Sapali's founder, Catherine Craig, was originally inspired to create Sapali after she witnessed firsthand the devastation of a seasonal forest in Tanzania. Over 30 years, the park's rich biodiversity was destroyed by clear-cutting, population pressure, and resource harvesting of the park's buffer forest. In a place with abundant resources and skilled farmers, poverty only worsened as the park was destroyed. She founded Sapali to design a better way to address the needs of people living near fragile protected areas. Her design allowed communities to benefit from protecting native species. Sapali identifies a network of interconnected natural products that can be cultivated to add value to farmers' lives. These crops support protected areas from which farmers have been economically displaced. Ultimately, Sapali aims to create a sustainable, community-driven blueprint for conservation work that can be replicated around the globe. To achieve this goal, we need to organize an international team of scientists, agriculturalists, community organizers, natural product designers, and marketers. Sapali's unique approach to conservation challenges the idea that conservation and development are fundamentally opposed. We work at the grassroots level to develop a mutually beneficial way to work with the environment. Sapali recognizes that the economic returns from ecotourism, which is a common technique for incentivizing conservation, usually don't reach the masses of people most affected by exclusion from parks and preserves. Instead, our projects help farmers develop new crops from natural resources that surround them. Our holistic approach looks beyond mere subsistence. We strive to develop opportunities for better health, nutrition, and education that will benefit communities and parks alike. Our greatest strength is that we utilize resources that are already present: native species, local leadership, community networks, and cultural traditions. For example, our local Malagasy staff manages the entire project and hires lead farmers in each community to serve as our liaisons, trainers, and model farmers. Women's groups provide leadership opportunities for women and a chance to earn additional income by producing the rearing equipment, processing the silk, and making the textiles. Our work allows people to experience the value in conservation. Together with local communities, Sapali is designing a better way to work with nature. Our evaluation system includes the community members engaged in the project, economic returns to individual farmers, total products produced, and the volume of the project that revenue can support. At the same time, tracking nutrition, children in school, and participation in farmer networks allows us to monitor the health of our communities. Scientific evaluation is the other essential piece in understanding a project's impact on the health of the protected area, soil quality, and recovered habitats. Together, these assessments help Sapali evaluate our successes, learn from our mistakes, and make adjustment in policy to better reach our goals. The Sapali method rejects the idea that conservation efforts must be expensive, exclusive, and driven by developed countries. We recognize the substantial needs of communities and local ecosystems, and we understand that they are already interdependent, dynamic, and poised to be mutually beneficial. Through our program, we seek conservation solutions that are sustainable, inclusive, and driven by local communities. Instead of looking for quick fixes, our work focuses on the kind of dynamic, consistent, and sustained effort required to achieve long-term change. Sapali has identified native resource farming as a new means of income generation where few options were available before. We've designed new products, including a non-spun textile, that sells wholesale for $100 per yard on international markets, as well as designs that can be marketed locally. Together, our 300 farmers have planted over 30,000 trees and produced over 40,000 cocoons. Our membership continues to increase by 40 to 50% a year. Our greatest accomplishment, though less tangible, is the shift in perspective we've noticed in our farmers in terms of the value of the natural resources that surround them. Farmers are beginning to recognize the limitless potential of working with nature. The challenges Sapali faces are found throughout the developing world. In Madagascar, the greatest obstacles to our work are political instability, geographical isolation, and unique regional cultures and habitats. To be successful, Sapali works to adopt culturally appropriate methods of leadership, communication, project organization, and even transportation. While the process is ongoing, our greatest asset has been to earn the trust and respect of our local veteran members. It is this mutual respect that helps us continue to move the project forward and overcome new challenges. Sapali's membership is steadily increasing by 40 to 50% per year. To support this growth, we're developing 3 new programs. The first program will target nutrition. To do this, we'll develop natural byproducts of the current silk program, like insect larvae and edible mushrooms, as alternative sources of protein. Our second program will introduce a series of video messages that share best practices and can be delivered on smartphones to farmers who are illiterate. Our third program is a new microfinance approach, a savings bank that accepts cocoon deposits as cash equivalents, which allow farmers to build equity. Sapali needs new expert staff members to help us move forward with the intensive development work and fundraising we need to expand to new sites. As our program in Madagascar approaches self-sufficiency, they'll require less support from Sapali, and we'll be preparing for new projects in Africa and Asia. This will require assistance in biology, tropical agriculture, social media, product design, and marketing. Building our U.S. staff would enable us to expand Sapali's conservation program, help local populations, and ensure the survival of resources we all depend on.